Chat. I'm here now. Hi, Strashko. So far, you're the only one here, if you're still here. Hello. I'm back with OC stuff. Hopefully. Also, the stream thing is telling me that it's unstable, so let me know if I'm laggy or not. I have no idea, I have no clue. To be fair, if nobody will join, because this is very much a yapping stream, and me yapping alone is kind of sad. I'm just gonna switch to Minecraft. I'm just probably gonna switch. I don't know, because like this is supposed to be like not actually drawing anything but just doodling kind of thing. Doodling while explaining, but if I have nobody to explain it to, I might as well just play Minecraft. Hi, Saro. Hello. How's your new year, by the way? Yapping is wonderful, be silly, be yapping. Well, yeah, yapping is nice. It's just like when there's no like if I'm yapping in the void, it's no fun with yapping when I'm just yapping in the void. Oh, I got scared. I get scared by the notification of a raid alarm, like the finishing. It's all good now. Human form time. I don't have the freaking keybinds, I don't think. Or do I? Hold on. Well, did this work? I don't think it's working. Shit. I have no idea why the keybinds just reset so often. I have zero clue. But there we go. I'm human now. New year, new me. Yeah. New year was alright. That's good. I spent the new year with friends, which was nice. I've never been to their place, so it was nice to see where they live now. They've moved. I'm like, hell yeah, and I pet three kitties. I petted three kitties. Two of them I knew when they were little tiny babies, and now they're not babies, and I feel like an aunt. Just like, oh, I remember when you were like three months old. Okay, anyway, OCs, I have no idea what to even start with, because last time it was a disaster. Last stream, it was me trying my best to form any kind of thoughts into words and failing miserably and being pissed, and then the power went out, and that was great. Uh uh this time I'm hoping to collect at least some kind of thoughts, because yeah, I don't know. I really want to have some kind of OC's world built. I had some couple like ideas a little bit. Basically, this I can kind of collect things that this world is inspired by. First of which is if I will be able to draw that correctly. I probably won't, but it's basically that's obvious what it is, right? Now it's just a normal toad, and now it's Rohata Jaba. This is inspo, then the how do I even fucking draw what I have in my mind? I have an image from like a movie which is like kind of faint and whatever. It's the okay, hold on. Rohata Jabba, and then the fucking hell, it's laggy. Can you not lag? I will probably have to do the thing. Hold on. Never ending story. These are kind of like the never ending story. I feel like is like the main inspo for this. Kind of was at least. We're gonna go to their concert. Hell yeah, I wanna go to their concert too. I'm planning to get a ticket once I'm back from my trip, which is actually I'm gonna go away tomorrow and I'm gonna come back on the weekends, and after that it's kind of just like I'm gonna see if I have the money to go to the concert in the first place. But I really want to go. I really want to go. Uh the Avatar also, like Awa and stuff. I don't know how to like draw her properly, like the big tree. The big pretty glowing tree. Why am I writing with a small? The Avatar. Have you guys seen the third Avatar movie, by the way? The Fire and Ash. I'm trying to remember what else I consider, because I talked about this with somebody. I was talking about this with somebody, but I forgot what else I've said, which was like the big inspiration for my lore. Well, I guess both the Avatar like this and the Avatar The Last Airbender as well. Plus the I don't know how to draw like head. Like both. The Avatar like the of the blue people, and then The Last Airbender kind of also played a role as well. So like if these two if like these two are like the most popular ones from here, it's like, yeah, when I will say like, oh, the story is inspired by this and this, like you kind of will understand, like most of people will understand. But the never ending story is kind of more of a rare thing. No, not a lot of people are familiar with it, which tell me if you know what the never ending story is, because I feel like it's a very cool piece of media. It's a book and a movie, a very old one. And then Rohata Jaba is just like only Ukrainians are familiar with it, but even not everybody who knows Rohata Jaba knows their lore, you know? The lore of their world. So the never ending story, like I actually I really liked it. I'm not a big book reader, but that book got me like, whoa, okay, this is peak. This is actually very, very good. Uh like it's basically a world, like imagine a world where every child's like imagination, like the world of child's imagination, like every single child on earth and their like imagination and their like fantasies and dreams and stuff is in that world. It's called Fantasia, like Fantasia, whatever. I read it in Ukrainian, so I have no idea how to pronounce some shit in English. Uh, and it's like obviously never-ending world. Like it doesn't have an end, and it's also very like the shape of it Imagination. No, Sarah. I think the in the original it's like Fantasia or something. Like it's not a translation. It's the like a name of a thing. uh, but like basically the like it's never ending and it doesn't have like a certain shape. Like if you want to go to a certain place, you will find it, but there's no like no like map or anything. And there's this, I think in English she's called like childlike princess or like childlike queen or something. She is basically like the main figure that keeps this place alive kind of thing, which is like there's she's like a child. Like obviously this is the world of children's dreams, so like the main figure is obviously a child and she lives in this like big tower, big long tower. And yeah, she's like, and she's not like ruling the world, she's just kind of there. uh and no creature can ever like harm her or anything. Like something like that. And in my world, that kind of is kind of combined with the Avatar's Awa, because in my world it's like at first when I came up with this idea, I've had like this and this. No, wait. Like this idea from the childlike princess combined with Awa created the mother. So the mother was at first, as I've created her, a physical being, a creature that is directly connected to this world. If the world dies, she dies. If she dies, the world dies, etc. And I've also had this thing where like, oh, she cannot really be harmed, like no creature can really harm her because like they just kind of can't. Not because she has like some shield or whatever, but just the creature just stands before her and like, I cannot fucking do this. uh and like she was, yeah, she was just there. She was living in a huge ass tree, and she, although she is like immortal, she had the cycles where of like rebirth. Like I don't know, like she slept in some kind of like a cocoon, like butterfly kind of shit, and she just basically like got reborn into a new version, like a younger version, which is kind of like the cycle kind of continues. Hi, Chips. Hello. You're not super late. I've just kind of started to explain the first concept. I think I still have no idea where to properly start, but I've started with the mother. So I've laid out some of the things that have inspired this story as a whole. So this is Rohata Jaba, which is a Ukrainian music band with their lore. I will get to that later. It's the never-ending story with the childlike princess. I still have no idea if that's how actually she's called in English. Start at the beginning, sure. I was dyeing my hair. Oh, yeah. To be fair, I should have told you guys when I'm gonna be starting, because to be fair, I still wasn't sure if I was gonna stream like yesterday or today. But I didn't stream yesterday because the power outage just came like in an like a little bit of like um not uncomfortable. I'm forgetting the word. Like not at the best time basically. And today was kind of the same because they started, the power outages begun at 3 p.m., which is like, damn, I wish I could have started my stream at that time, you know? Uh Chips, don't Chips, please don't cry. Stop. I have just literally started explaining. I did not say too much. I can repeat myself, but like yeah. Basically what I also did, I guess I can also add to this inspiration board. Hold on. You know what I can add to this as well? A little bit, like a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Fucking, can you write? The Dragon Prince. I don't know if you guys know what the Dragon Prince is. I have been rewatching plus like continuing to watch what I haven't watched yet with like I said I've tweeted that I've started like rewatching something that I haven't touched since like before the full scale invasion, which is like um I've watched it last like I thought I watched it last in like the beginning of February 2022. Like very very like close to the beginning of the full scale invasion, which I then realized that wasn't true because like this completely like was erased from my memory the fact that I've actually watched season 4 after it came out. I've just like completely forgot. I thought I've only watched 3 seasons of The Dragon Prince. And then I'm just like finishing, like kind of midway finishing the 3rd season. I'm like, wait a minute. I actually know what happens next. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did I just completely forgot that I've watched season 4? Anyway, I'm now on season 5 and this season is I haven't watched it and I'm excited. Anyway, haven't seen that in forever. Yeah, bro, like I loved it and then at some point I just kind of like forgot about it. And I have no idea why I completely like forgot that I've watched season 4. And I've then thought like maybe I haven't watched the entire season. Maybe I've only watched half of it, that's why I forgot. No, bro, I finished season 4 and I'm like I remember every single bit from it. Like I know it. Like I've watched the entire thing. How could I possibly like forget that I've watched season 4? But yeah, I'm on season 5 now. And I am excited to find out some stuff. But basically, what I was trying to say is that yesterday I just completely like I locked in watching the Dragon Prince. It's just like I'm just like, oh, I finished the episode. Okay, no, I want to watch another. I finished. Okay, finished another. Okay, next one. And then I just like next and next and next and like I did just yeah. I blinked and it was Sunday already and I need to pack my shit and I haven't packed like anything. I have packed everything now, so all good. But yeah, back to the lore, the thing. This is just like a mood board of things that have inspired my OC lore the most. I've kind of tried to explain like this thing. Basically like yeah, okay. Kind of starting from the beginning. These are like the 4 types of creatures that live in this world. The races, the I don't know, whatever you want to call them. The Cloudians, the people of the sky, the Hydras, people of the ocean, seas, and rivers, and whatever. Magmas, people of fire. Millis, people of the land, right? In the middle, there's the mother. That's what I was trying to talk about. Packed for what? I'm going away tomorrow. And I'm gonna be back on the weekends. I'm just traveling, just chilling. So I was trying to explain the concept of the mother by showing the inspo that I had to explain the mother. So far I haven't seen like do y'all like genuinely don't know the never ending story because I swear it's so good. it's like a very old like movie. Like it's an old book and it's a very old movie. It's like it was made in like the 80s or something. But it's like just so like wow, okay. I can spoil it for you because like I can just yap about the never-ending story for the longest of time. Like it's just it's so great, and the movie it's like half of the book. So like I've seen the movie when I was a kid, and I knew about the book existing, but I wasn't that much of a reader, and I've only read the book in 2022, and it was just like, bro, the movie is just half the book, and then in the second half is just like some crazy things that like wow, okay, I love this world building. I'm shaking, but I don't know if I'm cool or excited for the stream. Please get warmer if you can. Get some tea or something. Speaking of tea, my tea is out. I should have brought some more tea with me. Anyway, uh, basically the never-ending story. I explained already. It's imagine like a world containing of everything that every child on the earth has ever like dreamed of or like imagined. This the world of child's imagination, and it's never ending. It's constantly expanding, constantly changing, and there's like this big tower with a childlike princess. I think that's what her name is. I still have zero idea if that's her actually name in English. uh like she's not ruling over the world, but she just exists as like this, like she's a child, like this is a world about like of child's dream, so she's just like this princess, like I don't know. I'm hoping I'm explaining it decent enough so you guys get it, but yeah, no creature can harm her, and she's just like this godly being kind of, but she's just like yeah, just she's just a human girl kind of, child girl, I guess. uh and this combined with Awa from Avatar created the mother, this basically. It's 11:30. Oh no, it's so late for you. Movie scared me as a kid, and I just been fever dreaming. Oh no, that's so sad. That is sad. Although, like, yeah, there are like some puppets, like the dragon. It's like a big puppet, and the yeah, some shit like the nothing or whatever it's called as well. Like, that's some scary, bro. And the horse scene, like that movie has some traumatic like shit in there. Like, wow. It was the horse. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Like the horse. It was so just like, ouch. If you've guys ever seen like the like a boy trying to like in like a swamp, I'm recreating the trauma, trying to get like it like his horse out. It's like a swamp and stuff. Like if you have ever seen like the scene, this is from that movie, and bro, this is so traumatic, like it's crazy. And the nothing, the concept of like something like nothing, it's just nothing. It's destroying the world, but it's nothing. Little me was a horse girl and made it 10 times worse. Oh no! Jesus. It was that white dog thing that scared me. The dragon. It's like the good dragon, the lucky dragon that like yeah, it looked like a dog. But yeah, because it's a puppet, because they didn't have like CGI or anything. I guess maybe they did. I don't know. But like the dog was the puppet. It was like a real physical thing. But yeah, like it can be uncanny. But basically, yeah, this is this kind of like, oh hi Evie, hello. Half an hour late, bro. Half an hour late, you've missed almost nothing. I've just explained like how some of the concepts like inspired the mother from my world. Basically, okay. Let me now stop yapping about what inspired the mother and try and actually explain what the mother is. Like, uh, before, when I just created her, she was a physical being walking in this world, but she was directly connected to the world. If she dies, even though she's immortal, but if she somehow dies, then the world dies. And if the world kind of like just dies and explodes and whatever, she also will die. They are like intertwined. Now, like with the she like, and again like with Awa, right? Within from the Avatar, uh the mother is connected to everything. She kind of like senses everything. She doesn't like exactly see it, but like she has this like feelings and other kind of senses unexplainable to any like other creature uh that connect her with the world, right? And then this is where Rohata Jaba comes in, because in their lore, in the lore of this I remind you, this music band, a Ukrainian music band, and they have their like own lore of their world they're singing about, and like in their world, the big toad with horns ate the moon and the sun and then fell asleep. And in the dreams of that frog, like the thing they're singing about, uh like the band is singing about like the toad's dreams. And they're like people who, I forgot what they're called in their lore, that like capture kind of some of the dreams, the chaos, kind of like whenever somebody enters a certain dream, it kind of like stops, and then the person who entered kind of like captures it, studies it, and whatever. They have like some insane amount of lore. I like, mainly my main focus is that the world, the chaos, it happens inside of the toad's dreams. So I thought about, what if I make the same for the mother? So the mother is some kind of being, right? And she is like AY in Avatar. She is everywhere. You can sense, like, she is kind of like a god, right? But like a physical, like she is present in everywhere. Like you can communicate with her somehow. Uh, but this world is a world of her dreams. Like this world is inside. She's dreaming. The mother is dreaming about this world. And like it's just yeah. So now, before the mother was a living creature, now the mother is more like Awa in the Avatar. So she is, oh shoot, I forgot. So she is everywhere. And the way I see it is that, like, with Awa in the Avatar, there are places that you can connect to. Like, there's this tree that in the first movie, it's the tree Awa, right? Uh, so you can, like, connect to this other, like, world with the ancestors and whatever. But you technically can connect with Awa anywhere, pretty much. It's just like these points where you can connect with her the most. So in my world, there's gonna be like, I'm still undecided. It's gonna be either like a huge tree. Oh shit, my laptop just did some kind of a weird thing. It's either gonna be like a huge tree, like these are like clouds and whatever. Very, very big tree. Or it's gonna be like, I've had this art. It's basically was like that kind of. So I imagined it like this is like a person sleeping. So this is technically the mother. And this person here is the size of the tree. Like the clouds are like over here. These are like clouds, or maybe like higher, but you get the drift. Like this is the clouds. Like she is like humongous, and it's like rocks and stuff, and this hair, it's just like trees and vines and shit growing, you know? And I'm still thinking about what I will make, but there's gonna be like a place with something like very, very big, like a giant like tree thing or whatever, that just like that's the mother's like garden, because it's gonna be on the island, surrounded by like a river going in circles, kind of. It's gonna go like in circles. Like kind of spiraling, more like spiraling basically. This is like the spiral. I want to make the spiral like a significant part of the mother, like something that if you see a spiral, you know the mother is like somewhere near or something. This is like a sign from the mother. So yeah. I didn't make the two in one the same. The mother has become a tree. That's like, yeah, that's what I was trying to see, but like trying to make. But the thing is, there's like this legend. It's like religions in our world, right? Many people have different religions, different vision of what the god is. There's the most like common one, the most like popular, but like everybody sees it kind of differently. The most like commonly known legend about the mother is that, yeah, it was this high being and she fell asleep, and she's dreaming of this world that we are in, and in her dreams she can communicate with the creatures of this world and stuff. uh Not every creature believes in it, but most do. Of the creatures do believe in this kind of like scenario. uh So yeah, and again, you can communicate with the mother. I'm giving you another scenario. Like, um, imagine there's kind of like a village, right? And then like a child goes to play outside, and then it goes missing, and then the child is missing for a while. People are worrying. People think that it died or something, and then they come back, like seemingly like unchanged, like come back kind of like nothing happened really, but like they're kind of like confused a little bit, like, wow, what's going on? Why are you like all panicking? How long was I away? What hello, I just came like to play outside and whatever. But then this child, like, for the most part, this child didn't change, but something did. Something in them did. Maybe they have developed like a passion to something that they have never like really cared about before, or they became like excellently good at something, or like becoming excellently good at something without like much effort, or they kind of gained an understanding of some kind of a subject or something, some kind of a topic that they haven't really cared about before or like knew about before, because they went to the mother's realm. So the mother's realm is like, yeah, it's a different kind of realm. In there, it's like even more chaos and like, yeah, it's even like more like chaos, but like not chaos as in like there's so many things going on at the same time or whatever. Another thing that inspired this, uh I don't know if you guys will recognize whatever the hell am I drawing, but it's Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. The big door with the truth guy, whatever. Uh the guy that don't even sleep. Basically, it's like the mother's realm is like a different kind of like reality, the different like side of this reality. This world is not like, don't imagine this world as like, oh, like there's a big map and this is how the world goes. No, it's more kind of like just shapes and like different realms within realms that you can like enter and exit. Maybe there is a, like there are maps of certain areas, but like you cannot really map out the whole world because it's just like so many parts of it is of it is like hidden from the eye, or like somehow like inaccessible to like unworthy, like whatever. Like there's so many, uh, it's not just like a surface. It's not, it doesn't go like this, like it goes like, it doesn't go like this, like no. It goes more like like that, like whatever, right? Like that. So this is kind of the map of the world. Like it's like dimensions intertwined. Wait, Chips! Oh my god, hold on, pause for a second. Chips, you've got peaches? Hello? Where did you get? Wow, okay. What's your opinion on peaches? Also, hey Dominic, thank you for resubscribing. Thank you so much. I'm just yapping about lore. The thing you see before you is kind of like the approximate map of the world. Searching for a world where that doesn't exist, like with the all-seeing person. I guess so. Like, wouldn't really describe it as that. I don't think. Maybe I don't know enough about the lore of searching for a world that doesn't exist. Like I've seen the video and I've seen a lot of fan art. Was it restored 2 hours away and your mom got it for you, bro? That's so cool. That's so cool. Rate them 0 out of 10. uh oh, you love them? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Anyway, back to the lore. So in Full Metal Alchemist, uh this is the place that the main character went when they like uh quote unquote play decided to play God. As in like they have touched something, like they tried to resurrect somebody basically, uh via alchemy, and it didn't go well. They the sacrifices were the arm and the leg of the one main character and the entire body of another main character. But the point is that the main character then went into this realm. It was like completely white with just one big door in the middle, and this guy was like the truth or whatever. I'm not sure if the truth is was the name in English, but anyway, when the door opened, the main character got like the knowledge and understanding of the world, the universe, and whatever, and it was like just exploding his head. And when he thought it was like he was so close to like reaching the final, like reaching the actual full truth understanding of it, it kind of closed, and the guy said like, you've paid the price, like you paid the price for only this. And the main character was like, what price? And then like his leg was taken away. Like, and yeah, the price was his leg for this like knowledge, this truth. And this is what I've based on, like what happens when you meet the mother, like when you go to the mother's realm. You are, but not like violently. You are kind of just like wandering, like uh wandering there, kind of like just kind of learning things. Like it's weird to describe how I see it in my head. It's just like you're communicating with the mother somehow. The mother kind of helps you out in some way. You're just kind of like you meet her in a way, and you're kind of just like, wow, this is what, wow, this is the thing. This is like, oh my god. And when you return back from the mother's realm, the majority of the things that you did in there you forgot, kind of. You kind of like faintly remember things, but barely. But you still have the feelings and the knowledge, some understandings that you've gained from it, from there, from your time in there. Even though like you don't know, you cannot like recall physically in your head what happened, you still kind of have the knowledge that you've gained in there, or like the feelings, the understanding that you've gained. And like the mother kind of grants it somehow, like you just cuz somehow like, yeah, some of the things. Thank you, Evie. Um, to be fair, I can tell you the story about Dane. So in the prehistory, okay, so this happened a long, long, long ass time ago. Uh, People thought there were only three main like races: the Hydras, the Cloudians, and the Millers. Magmas were there but were unknown because they were just beneath the earth, peacefully sleeping in the magma, whatever, like fetuses. um, they were alive, but because it was just like a common, like a normal comfort state for them, they didn't realize that they were alive. They were just like peacefully sleeping in there, right? Just like chilling. And they were not like in this kind of form, right? They were like beings, but the anatomy of a magma is like they can take any shape they want as long as the core stays intact. So they are shapeshifters, right? And so this form is just kind of like wobbly and like they're just like a magma goo, right? So they were sleeping. They were alive, but they didn't really realize that they were, because it's just like a comfort state when you are surrounded in something that is just like eternally comfortable, right? You're not like you're just sleeping. There's no need to wake up because there's no need to do anything like at all. You're just like chilling in there, right? Yes, the little bug looking OC's lore. Yeah, that's his lore. Okay. So the magmas were sleeping, but then at some point in time there was a great, like the apocalypse, the catastrophe, right? The volcanoes. The volcanoes were erupting, a lot of them at like a very around the same time, and the magmas starting to be like they just like went whoop, like from here they were just thrown out of their from their homes on land. And like imagine your entire existence that you didn't even realize that you existed, you just been like chilling and like not worrying about a thing, and then you just thrown out in the cold. Like imagine if you just got thrown out in the winter cold, like right now, just somebody took you and threw you out the door in the snow. Like you first of all, you're fucking confused. Second of all, you're fucking scared. Third of all, you're fucking freezing. Like This was very confusing for magmas, and they were very scared, and they didn't even realize that they were alive yet. Like, what? Like, they were just like, yeah, they were just going crazy. Basically, what they did is try to survive. And what does fire need to still be like fire, still be going, still be alive? Wood, trees, mainly, something, anything that burns. And this world is full of trees, so the magmas, obviously, they tried to reach for something that they can consume so they don't fucking die. Also, hi, Almond. Explaining the lore here. Okay. So yes, you don't fucking die. They tried to reach, they were eating it. Basically, the magma's deal is that as long as they have stuff to eat, they are alive. So they are technically immortal as long as they are not hungry. as long as they have stuff to eat. But when you take like thousands of magmas trying to survive, it's just like forest fires everywhere, and magmas did not know that there were any creatures. They just like they were not like pretty much alive before. They just, yeah, they are just scared and hungry and trying to survive and trying to just like feel comfortable again. Obviously, they've burned like houses and people and creatures, like, as well, because they're just trying to go back to the state of comfort again somehow, and their senses are telling them to eat. Basically, hungry toddlers. Hungry and also deadly toddlers, because they're literal fire. They set everything on fire. The world was on fire. So, this is where kind of a black hole comes in. Like, not a black hole, the plot hole comes in. Because originally, I thought that the Cloudians, the guys with made out of just clouds and with giant wings, right? They live in the clouds. They have giant wings. Their body is very light. It's like kind of like ice like substance, but it's very very light. These guys, Cloudians, um, they like banish the magmas from the world. So the magmas are thrown out somewhere. So I imagine like this is kind of the world, and they just like whoosh the magmas away. So the magmas are just somewhere in other dimensions or something. And then the Cloudians made a shield and swore to protect this world from the threat of the magmas. The magmas then became very fucking angry with every other creature, because like they were scared, and they were just assaulted and thrown out of their home. Obviously, their desire now is to go back home, but they are started spreading across like many different universes, obviously destroying a lot of them, but they also find ways to feed upon stuff that is a little bit different, because every single world is very very like different. And this is the world with the mother. The Cloudians made a shield, whatever. So like the magmas now formed a society based on kill or be killed kind of situation. So if you're strong, if you're capable of killing, like then you're cool. Like then you're cool. If you're strong, you're like, if you're the strongest, other magmas will fear you, listen to you. If they don't listen to you, they either die or they conquer you and become the next cooler, stronger one, right? So like That kind of thing. The Cloudians then, before they were kind of just like monitoring the weather, they were like in charge of the weather. Like think My Little Pony Pegasus, right? The weather guys. Now the magmas can teleport to the closest fire. They're kind of like moths that like they can kind of like sense the nearest fire and somehow find their way towards it. So that's why the Cloudians kind of just became like made a barrier, and sometimes the magmas like come and attack and they fight, right? They have a fight. So Cloudians became very, very military. Like their entire nation now, the Cloudians, is just one giant army, basically. Like the you need to know how to like talk, like how to read, how to count, how to fight, and how to like defend the world from the magma threat, basically. So it's like multiple different dreams of the mother all existing simultaneously that can be hopped from one another. No. Okay, so this one is the mother's dream. Claudians somehow managed to find a way to like erase the magmas, like throw them out. Not just like in another mother's dream, into like different dimensions. Somehow. This is kind of okay. This is where another plot hole comes in, because the the mother being like this world being a dream of the mother is kind of like a new concept that I've introduced to this world. And I haven't adjusted everything else that I've created before that to this new lore, if you know what I mean. So somehow, right? Thing is that it is possible to access this world, the mother's dream, from other worlds, from like our world, for example, because the main character is actually a human girl from our world who entered that the mother's world. So do these different dimensions exist outside of the mother's dreaming? Yeah, they do. They do. As far as I figure out for now. Also, let me know if I'm too loud, because I just saw my mic like peaking so hard. I'm not sure if I should make myself quieter. Anyway, the magmas. I thought about like it would be cool if the magmas existed in our world, like in our Earth world, in forms of negativity, in forms of this like hatred kind of shit. Uh that's what I mean by the magmas found ways to feed upon other things. And they just like the more of that thing there is, like hatred and negativity, the more magmas like have stuff to eat, to consume. So they somehow like influence our reality as well. Volume's good, okay. Uh so like they are mainly just burning shit, but like it's just a thing that I thought would be interesting, right? Um so yeah, the magmas are outside now. They're trying to come back because their instincts is telling them to come back, because the world is actually incomplete without them. Without the magmas, the world lost the balance and is slowly dying. It's like getting like it happened a long time ago, and there are still like sources of like fire and stuff and like lava and stuff, but the world is slowly getting colder, and slowly it's just like so like destruction. Death is a part of life. Like there cannot be life without death. There cannot be like shadow without the light. There cannot be new things without the destruction of past things, right? So without the destruction, you cannot really make new stuff. and very, very slowly, and I mean very slowly. It's a process that like can only be observed like if you either like record the history that good or if you live long enough, which barely any creature is capable of living that long. Like it's a very, very slow process. Thank you, Evie. Is Bugface and Lavender best friends? I will get to that. I will get to this is like prehistory. That's what I mean like by world building. Like at this point the characters that we know about don't come into play just yet because this happened again long, long, long ass time ago. This is just like the beginning of everything. Whatever. So yeah. So the state from of the world now is that in the mother's world, the Cloudians are very, very, very just like war. They're an army, right? They're just an army, pretty much. I don't know. Just drawing whatever weapons I can think of. Basically, they're an army. They made a shield to protect from the magmas who have become stronger from feeding off different universes, different worlds by burning and colonizing them, kind of. Then Millas and Hydras are kind of just chilling. And this is what I've kind of have also like the biggest plot hole is that I haven't really thought a lot about Millas and Hydras. I haven't really thought them through. I kind of have a kind of like a vision about them, but the thing is that like I need more to specify them basically. I need like very specific examples of them, and I don't have that yet. I have very specific, like I have specific examples. I have characters from both Cloudians and Magmas. I don't really have a lot of characters from Millas and Hydras. I have like a couple from both. And I kind of have an understanding about Hydras, to be fair. But the Millas, the guys who will be like the main story will happen in the realm of the Millas, kind of. Like they will be like the main like what will be surrounding the main characters the most, basically. And I have a very real sorry. I have a very little understanding about them as for now. That's the big plot hole. Another big plot hole is like how the mother functions, which kind of can be like explained by being unexplainable, but I need to make it make sense just to myself. I need to make some things logical and then leave the other things for later, for like not for later, for leave the other things like vague so that people can fill the whole like the whatever they like wish to fill the holes with, kind of, I guess. But yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, let me go grab some tea and I will come back explaining more of the characters' lore. I thought about not actually doing it, but I have some stuff to share, and I feel like what I thought about the characters uh will like make like I will explain the how like the mother works better if I give like an example. So like yeah, I guess so. So I will be right back. Where is the thing? Yeah. I'll be right back. I will get some tea and I will come back and explain more lore. Meow. I'm back. All right. Oh, so man, the problem with the character lore for me is that like okay, so I told you that I was supposed to talk about the characters, but the thing is, this is the long ass time ago, right? This is the prehistory, right? Prehistory with the volcanoes and the Cloudians banishing the magmas and stuff. Around here, I'd say, is where Dane and Lavender's kind of like get introduced as like their lives get to like a changing point. And so their journey begins like for a long time. This is a very long time. Maybe like that. This is the Dane and Lavender's journey. And then like around somewhere around like here, this is the actual main character introduced. And this is where the story begins. Like, if I'm gonna make it in some kind of like a comic or book, a series, whatever, this is where the story would begin. And what I have like the character designs that I'm drawing, like, and the things that I'm talking about the most, is supposed to be revealed like over here somewhere. It was supposed to be a fucking secret, but I just cannot shut up. Like, it was supposed to be like a huge reveal thing at the very end, or close to the end. We're like, oh my god, like, this can't be happening. You were just a guy. Turns out it's complicated. It's yeah, big history and whatever. And I'm just like, how much do I tell if I still want to make it into a big reveal one day? Will these streams be like found? Will me streaming this will be still a thing or something like? I shall perform a memory wipe once your story is ready for release. It's probably like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just will say fuck it because there's not that many of you here, and you will just be the only ones that know like when the story will be released, like episode 1, and you already know everything. But yeah, like, we talked about this. We talked about the cataclysm, the eruption, and that the Cloudians now are military nation. They are very like fighting, protecting, and they became very strict with their duties. Okay, Chips, random Ukrainian word. Perimeter. For some fucking I have no idea. Perimeter. It's perimeter. I think that's the same word in English. Silly word, it's just perimeter. Perimeter. I don't know why. First thing that came into my mind. But yeah. The eruption, the Cloudians being very like, yeah. The thing that I have thought of is the Hydras. So Hydras are the water nations. It's like they're like mermaids kind of stuff, but also like if this is the land for example, they're like mermaidy kind of creatures, like, right? And some of them can like, I don't know, walk on land temporarily. So they can temporarily go on land, but like breathe the air, right? So this is like this kind of level. Then the deeper you go, the creatures kind of change. And so like the information also kind of changes. Like the information, like it's like a broken phone. I don't know if you guys like have this game, a broken phone. Like when people sit in a line, like it's an actual game that you can play. Like when like people sit in a line and one person like says something to this person, like whispers in their ear, and then this person tries to like understand what they're saying, like they whisper to this person, and then this person whispers to this person whispers to this person, and like I don't know, an apple, right? And this person says something like completely different, like I don't know, thunder. Yeah. You call it Chinese whispers, we call it a broken phone. uh but this is kind of telephone. Okay, okay. So this is kind of how the flow of information flow water flow of information works with hydras, because the information that these guys get from chilling on the surface is like the very big creatures underwater, they like barely learn it, or like learn it in such like a different way that like it's unrecognizable kind of way, I don't know. And there are also like different dimensions within the water as well. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of all over the place with the different dimension. As I've said, like there's no like actual map. Where was that slide? This it's not like linear with like all water being here and the land being there. No, it's like the mess of everything. Uh so like I thought about like some hydras down below in the lowest waters don't even know who the mother is, or something like that, or have like a very different understanding about the mother. Like I don't know, something similar to that. Like I want to have like a completely different view on this world, pretty much, from hydras. And I also want them to be like very corrupt. At least uh in the main story, the main character will have to forcefully spend like at least couple months in like, not really as in captivity, but more like as a pet of one of the hydras. And she will learn about this world from a perspective of like just like one hydra. And I want it to be like very like corrupt, kind of like everybody's lying kind of, and it's, you know, it's like people in power are not very good people, like something like that. I want the hydras to be that way, but I want millas to be different. I want the land creatures to be kind of different from that, but I still haven't really figured everything out. I haven't figured the millas out. I wish you the very best at expressing, showing the different realms visually. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be tough because I cannot. I tried writing stuff a long time ago, and I realized that words is not my medium in terms of expressing myself. Also, I can change my PNG tuber back. Hold on. No, wrong button. I realized I've been human form way too long. There we go. Kitty cat. Uh like words aren't my type of medium because I feel like expressing things visually without the need of words is how I want to express a lot of things. And I realized it when I was like, I don't know, like 13 or something, maybe no older, probably older. And I was reading like a manga, a short manga, and there was a chapter where there was like one or two voice like dialogue lines, and the entire chapter was just like pictures, and there was stuff happening, and it wasn't battles, because like I know that during the battles you can't really talk, but like it was just like the entire chapter was just like silence, but like you can understand everything that is happening just visually because you can see it happening. And I realized that that's why, like, that's how I want to make my things. Like, I don't want them to be text because I feel like whenever I try to put my thoughts into words, I sound very dumb. And especially when they're written and I can read them back and I'm like, oof. uh, so yeah. I really want to visually, like, present it somehow. And the thing is that, like, I just need inspo for, like, different kinds of, like, mystical creatures. And, like, somehow to make them part of the story. To be fair, my thought, because, like, I was very stuck about, like, making characters, like, making something, anything, because I wanted, like, I felt like with the races, like I had this big empty space in terms of how they actually function and whatever. And I couldn't really find anything to, like, any kind of small thing to, like, just grab and go from there. And then I thought about, what if I take the character dynamics that I like, the characters that I like, and just make them into my OCs, basically. Basically, what I mean is my first attempt was with Ren Dog, and Lizzie from Last Life, because I really like their dynamic at some point. I really like it as well, like, now. I still very, 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 very like, very, I cannot fucking speak. I still like it very, very much, but there was a period of time where I got obsessed with their dynamic, and I decided to just, like, take that vibe and put them into, like, a separate characters. And it kind of worked because I have, like, some concepts of, like, not only like a kingdom but like a place for and where those two characters can chill together, like where their story can expand. And I'm like, ooh, okay, that kind of works, but I kind of stopped. Like, I kind of just made that and kind of forgot about it, and now I don't know what to do with it. Oh, no, 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 I'm not talking about Dane and Lavender. I'm not talking about Dane and Lavender. I'm talking about separate characters. I've never shown them online. I've never really talked about them. I just kind of, like, sketched them out in my sketchbook and kind of, like, partially forgot about them. I'm not talking about Dane and Lavender. No, 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 no. Dane and Lavender were made way, way, way before I knew what MCYT was. As in, like, Hermitcraft and the live. Way before the live series were made, Dane and Lavender already existed. Like, no, 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 no. I'm talking just about, like, oh, what if I say, like, it's just for developing more, like, background characters. I mean that. So, like, the characters that will help the main characters to, like, just proceed through the story, like kind of aid them on their journey, one or something. Like those kind of characters. I have no such like I have barely any characters like that. And I was just like, how, where am I gonna get ideas for them? And then like, I'm just gonna take things I like and turn them into my characters. Yeah. I wasn't talking about Dane and Lavender. Dane and Lavender, like this entire story, at first, the way the story just begun in like maybe 2016 or 17 or something, somewhere there, 18 at mag, but like somewhere there, I just saw pretty art of like a vampire looking guy. And it was I liked it a lot. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna make him into my OC. And then I found some more pretty art. And like, you know what? I'm gonna make them into my OCs. And they're gonna be in this magical world. And the human will come to this magical world and have an adventure. And I just collected artworks of just like random things. And I just like made stories in my head. It was a very, very basic, like, oh, the human comes into this world with like centaurs and harpies and vampires and werewolves and that kind of shit. So like it was very, very basic. And yeah, Dane and Lavender was just like were just I still have I think I lost the art I based Lavender on, but it was just like a white naga guy, like a snake guy with like long white hair. And Dane was the vampire kind of looking guy. Dane was a vampire. And he looked like the most basic. He had the most basic character design ever. As in like the most common probably for like he was just like blonde hair, red eyes, this fluffy white shirt, like not fluffy but like floppy with like big floppy uh the I fucking forgot words. Uh you get this the type of shirt I mean, right? And just like black pants, black shoes, that's it. That was Dane's design. And then in 2022 I kind of reworked it. I came up with the concept of the mother as like this creature because I've read the book, because I've read the never ending story, and because of other things that kind of like uh what's the word, inspired me to like make it differently, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, Dane and Lavender as like characters existed way like long time ago. I'm just trying to like rework that story and put like make it like I'm trying to make it make sense. Cuz I also have like these characters that I've created in like 5th and 6th grade that I would really want to like make them into something. I have many like bad child drawings of them and stuff. Like of the things that I just kept drawing and whatever. And I really want to like make them into something cooler because I feel like those are like kind of pretty cool concepts that I would just like, and just to honor like the things that I've created when I was a kid. And like I technically can make them real in this universe because it's just like so like magical in a way that like I can put anything in here and explain, if like I explain it well enough, then it will work. So yeah, there will be cat people and there will be like angels and demon looking things, but I'm still like That's the thing. Maybe I should just like rework those characters and try to put them into this universe and see if I come up with anything along the way. Kind of like that. Whew, I've been yapping for so fucking long. An hour 30 minutes, okay. Still have like half an hour to go, and then I'm gonna go check if I have packed everything correctly. As I've already said, I will be going away for like couple days, almost a week. So the next stream will be on Tuesday, like not this Tuesday, but the next Tuesday. Because this Tuesday I will not be home. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I might tell you. Yeah, I will tell you about Dane's lore a little bit. About my guy. And then I will wrap up the stream. Okay, hold on. Where is the arts? Where are my arts? Okay. So we have this. And we've got this. I'm still very, very proud of this artwork. Very, very proud. Okay. I may be actually gonna do not this one, but this one. Okay, so right now I'm gonna focus on. Hold on. Where are the things that I need? That. Damn, why is it? It's so laggy. Basically, we don't need this guy right now, and we don't need this guy right now. It's the same guy, but you know. We don't need him right now. This is Dane. I can just, you know what I can fucking do? Hold on. This is, no, this is not Dane. This is Dantur. This is not Dane yet. This is Dantur. And he is, how did I spell his name again? Dantur? Like that, I think. In Ukrainian, it's Dantur, like that. This is Dantur, and he is one of the strongest magmas. I've already explained that, like, that magmas were thrown out, and they became very angry. Oh, hi, Moss! Welcome! I'm yapping about my OC lore. Anyway, so the magmas were thrown out. They became very angry, and they wanted revenge, and they wanted to get back home. But as the centuries passed, it kind of can't speak. Kind of became just like endless battle. Just like they were just angry because they just fought and they just became angrier and whatever. The Claudians kind of wanted to protect and whatever, and they just attacked, and anyway, Dantur was one of the strongest magmas, so a lot of people feared him, but he was just like doing his job. Like he Chips, he like the one of the strongest, I'm saying, but they constantly change who is the strongest. Like Obviously there are like magmas who were strong for like who kept their status for long, but remember, if there just suddenly be a magma that is stronger and that will be able to defeat the strongest magma, then the status goes to them. And you know what happens to the magmas that gets defeated? I actually haven't specified that. The magmas that get defeated get eaten by the stronger magmas because fire just like becomes stronger. Okay, thank you, Ma. See ya. So like uh yeah, the magmas that get defeated, they get eaten by the stronger magmas. So Dayan Dantur, I fucking keep calling him his not a name yet. Dantur is technically his dead name, so I'm dead naming my character, but that's because the story has anyway. Anyway, when I say eaten, like bro, they are literally fire. They are made out of fire. They are fire. They consume each other. They eat each other. They are just like it's decided survival. Whatever they can eat, they eat. Whatever they consume, they consume. Anyway, yeah, he was one of the strongest, but he didn't really care. He was just like, oh well, another magma failing to defeat me, whatever. I will just num num num, okay, whatever. And the fighting, they like he transphobic. I need to explain this part of the lore first, okay? Like absorbed, yeah, but like call it whatever, it's still being eaten. Or like crunched. I don't like call it again, call it whatever. It still means being eaten. For magmas, like that is the thing that like they gain energy from that. So technically it's their food. It's the same logic that the food for us, like, so that's eating for them. For magmas that's normal. uh but yeah, he didn't really care. He went to fight to the Cloudians as well. He went to battles with the Cloudians, and that's how he knows Lavender, because Lavender was a Cloudian. And so they know each other from fighting with each other. But Dantur didn't really care. Like, yeah, that guy, just like every other guy. We fight them, we try to break through, we fail. Whatever, we come back next time. Didn't fucking give a shit. But then they were actually successful in terms of breaking in. They broke the barrier and a battalion of magmas entered the mother's realm, the mother's world. The mother's world. So I explained before that there's this like island with big whatever, a tree. For now, let's let it be a tree, but it may be something else at the end when I figure out what I want to put here. And the water, like the river, is kind of like spiraling, whatever. It's going like it's flowing like that way. This is this place called Mother's Garden. The Mother's Garden. This is where the connection with the mother is the strongest. Nobody can really go there just easily because you kind of get lost forever, or you just like go in and then like you go straight but you come back where you came and whatever, or you just like lose your mind over there or something like. So you like nobody can really reach that tree. There's like a big area of just like trees and flowers and whatever. Do they use like forks or they just grab and chomp? It's more like consuming mm, like if you put two liquids together. Like say you got like wine and apple juice. Like you when you combine them, they just become one big liquid. It's kind of more like that. Because they are shapeshifters. They are made of fire. As long as their core is intact, everything around that core can change. I mean, like, they can become any fucking shape. The core is like that, they can become any fucking shape. So it's just like merging together. But like the stronger one keeps their like consciousness, whatever. The stronger one will just like still live, and the weaker one will just get consumed. Hi, Danya! Hello! I'm so sad you've missed most of the stream. I've yapped lore. I'm telling people about Dane, but you already know that. Like, you already know this lore. So Dantur didn't really didn't really care about the whatever, but yeah, the battalion of magmas with him being there, they breached through the barrier that Cloudians have made, and they went towards the tree. But before they can really reach it, they went into some kind of a mist, and they appeared in some kind of a forest. I imagine being like having like a little bit of like a pinky mist around, and it's kind of like light in there, but also the trees are like you cannot really clearly see the sky. It's kind of covered by this misty fog all around. You can see like pretty far, but like it's still like you cannot see the end of this forest. It's pretty like magical looking, you know? So those magmas, with Dantur being there, they just like they were just flying towards the tree, but before they can reach it, they appeared in some fucking forest. Like, what the hell is going on? They have entered the Mother's Realm, that place that I've told you about, that like you can communicate directly to the mother over there. That's her inviting them in. She allowed them into that realm, but they don't know where they are yet. Chips, okay, whatever you want to imagine. Anyway, the magmas don't know where they are. They barely know anything about this world because well, they were fucking thrown out of the world, like from the world, before they could learn about it. Anything. They just know that they have this want, this like dream of like coming. It's not even a dream, it's just like a feeling that they want to achieve, like the goal they want to achieve, like they want to come back, but they become so angry they just want to come back and destroy it, pretty much. But anyway, again, they are in the Mother's Realm. They have no idea where they actually are. What the hell is the Mother's Realm? Who is the mother? Like, they even have no idea who the mother is. But they go there and they're like, oh, what the hell? Where are we? Let's try and fly out of here. Boom, wings don't work. They cannot fly. They're like, what the fuck? Okay, let's try fucking burn this place to the ground. Boom, none of the things over there can catch on fire. They are freaking out because none of their powers are working. Except pretty much Dantur, because like he is kind of freaking out, but like more silently and more just like trying to understand. He's not just like panicking. He's just like, okay, nothing is working. What the hell is the solution? Like, how are we getting out of here? And so the magmas are just kind of like spreading out. They're just like everybody having their own reaction. Everybody like tries to do it their own way. And when like they're just screaming at each other constantly, when Dantur at some point notices that there are no living like creatures over there. And then at some points he does find like some like bugs flying. And he sees like what are they flying around, and he notices like some kind of patterns, and he then notices a path. But when he tries to notify his mates about that, he realizes that all of them are gone. Nobody is around. It's silence. It's just nobody. It's just only him in that forest, and these patterns that he found. Some kind of like I haven't really like thought about what exactly he sees, but he sees something that is different, and he follows that path. And he kind of just like wanders through the mother's realm, and he sees like different things. One of the things that he like comes to, he enters like a room that is very, very dark, and he like lights a little like fire with his hands, like he just like a little tiny flame, trying to see anything, but he just walks and walks and there's nothing. And then he decides to put the flame out to just make it complete darkness. And then he starts to see things in the darkness. He starts to see another kind of like more like animals, or like not really animals, more like birds and bugs and things just like existing there. And before he was just walking through like a black hallway, but like with nothing there. But now he sees things, he can touch things, he can hear, he can smell there. And he just kind of walks through that like learning, like, wow, these things are like wonderful, like these things are cool, I've never seen the things like that before. And then I want him to like fall from the sky. Again, his power is not working, his wings aren't working. And like falling from the sky, but he sees from above that same like tree where they were like going, the same like mountains, but falling, he kind of can just like, because when he was flying towards the tree, he was focused on just like destroying. But now that he's flying, he can see like actually appreciate those things from above, like, wow, those mountains look like really beautiful, or those like rivers, the shape of them, like stuff like that. And then he just goes through these like different like rooms kind of stuff until he enters a room where he hears a voice, and that's the mother's voice, that's her talking to him. And that's where he gets to talk to the mother. They get to communicate, and he learns about the mother now. He's like, okay, this is the one, the being that showed me this. Why have you showed me this? I've came here to destroy. But the mother has like, magmas are her children. Every single creature in this world is her child. And she has love for her children and wishes them best, and understand that their actions might be like bad, but she knows that they have like good in their hearts, and like something like that. Like basically she like tested the magmas that came in, and Dane found his way, Dantur found his way to meet the mother, when all the others are like no idea what happened to the other ones. Maybe they also find their way to the mother. Maybe they just got insane and killed themselves or something. I don't know. Maybe they found something else. Maybe they found like, maybe they just like became one with the forest, like whatever. Something, no idea what happened to the other magmas. And Dantur found his way to the mother, and he was able to talk to her, and he understood that, wow, this world that I came here to destroy, it's actually beautiful, and I want to know more about it. So the mother saw that wish of his to learn more about this world. And after their like talk, he woke up in this garden and he found a way out and he was free to explore the world. He was free to just do whatever he wishes. Obviously, he was a magma in the world that fucking hates magmas, but he he was still free to do like free to make whatever decisions he wanted to. That's what the mother gave him. Finally, like something that he wanted and not something that just his nation just kind of uh I don't know, were doing the entire time. So he chose a new name to kind of get rid of his past. He's Dane now. And yeah, he's just started like learning about the world and traveling by himself. He doesn't need much. He doesn't need like food or water. Magmas will get hurt by water over time, but if he just like I don't know, contacts water, it will be kind of just like yeah, it will be unpleasant, uncomfortable, and whatever. If he just drops into a river, like that will hurt him, and if he'll spend some time in there, he will die. um, but he doesn't need it to survive. Just like he just needs stuff to burn, aka to eat, to consume, so the flames don't go out, like the flames of his core inside of him. But he then changed his appearance. Basically, oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. This is how he looked most of the time while traveling, I suppose. I'm still not certain of this look, but like it's something close to this. Not really a happy guy, but like he was just like yeah, it's just like resting tired face. He just has a resting tired face. uh I drawn you in Evie. Yeah. I'm glad people are enjoying the lore. But yeah, like he he just traveled and learned and stuff, and I'm still like before I've seen him like as this guy with like a ton of books. But I don't even know if I want books to be like the my problem is I don't want it to be seem like a typical magical world. I just I'm not even sure if I want books to be there to be like as a concept. I don't want money to be there as a concept. Maybe books will exist but in a different shape. Like I want to have different things, but basically yeah, somehow he learns a lot of information about pretty much everything. He spends like he's pretty much immortal in terms of like if no external forces actually like try to kill him, or he doesn't try to kill himself, if he just burns enough stuff, aka eats, he will live for as long as he has stuff to eat. That's pretty much how magmas work. Triangular books. Like in terms of like language and writing, because in our world we have so many different ways to like so many different languages and so many like I don't know, just like I want to have something like different. And I've got some ideas, some like concepts that I like, but it's just like the matter of actually putting them all together and making them make sense. But yeah, like yeah. Now he's just like wandering the world, learning about stuff and discovering things. And yeah, my baby boy Dane. How he met Lavender is another story, but it's another story for another day because I feel like it's time to end the stream now. I feel kind of tired and it's almost 2 hours mark, and I still need to check on the things if I have everything packed. He runs to the fuel for his fire core. Will he die? Yep. Yeah. If he has nothing to, like, see it as like just a normal fire, like in a fireplace. If you don't put more logs, like more wood into the fire, it will go out. It will die. The more fire eats, the stronger it gets, the more fierce it gets, the bigger it gets, the more stuff burns, right? And the less it burns, and if it has nothing to burn, can he eat a brick? I guess, yeah, maybe. Probably. Like, he can't consume anything. It depends. It's more about, like, chips. Okay, you can eat a brick if you really wanted to. You can eat anything. You can eat a brick. Will that be good for you? That's another question. Will that be nutritious? That's another thing. But yeah, thank you so much for coming, guys. I did kind of start thinking about some things that maybe like, okay, maybe I can, like, when talking about something, like talking it through, actually putting stuff into words, you have the better like understanding of something, and I'm just like, okay, yeah. I think I've got some things I might think about on my journey. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. Next stream again the next Tuesday, not this Tuesday, not the day after tomorrow, the next one, the next Tuesday. And I might do streams at other days. I don't know. We will see. If I feel like streaming at other days as well, I might. But yeah. Next week no streams. Stream next Tuesday. Thank you so much for coming.